anything that is can be done finds a place in it. I'm not a great admirer of the BJP, and I would have thought that a document like this would have a lot of the policies of the BJP in it, but no, it's a very clean document. It's a very clean document that looks at education very exclusively. Perhaps it's because it was originally the initial draft came from someone like T.S.R. Subramanian, and this is prepared by a committee headed by Kasturi Ranga. That could be the reason. But it's a very, very, very neutral, very forward-looking, very complete document. I won't go into the details, which I think Archit and said about it. The details are there, and the new education policy, the document operates at two levels. One, it is very visionary. At some points, it goes into tremendous details. You can see a mismatch between the level of details that is provided across the document. At some places, there are no details at all. But in some places, they go into such minute details that you wonder whether an education policy should be going into that level of detail or not. One of the most important things that the policy does is, of course, to look at revamp education as well. If this policy is implemented in the next 15 years, 16 years, education sector will look completely different. Rajagiri, our Cochin University, Chinmaya, everything will look very different if it is implemented. If it is, the focus is, as everybody said here, on liberal arts. Now, Flint University is already looking, Pune is already looking at liberal arts, is already implementing liberal arts. It tries to take away education from the silos or the verticals in which today we place ourselves. You have mathematics, physics, chemistry, you study only physics, and if you had asked me before I studied political science and international relations for my IAS about these subjects, I would have had no clue. So what it tries to do is to build up an interdisciplinary, multidisciplinary sort of learning, so that mathematics can be applied to arts and history, which is very important. I think, and I think that will sort of lead to greater creativity, which is what the document really wants to look at. And therefore, you, as he said, Dr. Ramanaya said, you instead of BA, you're going to have Bachelor of Liberal Arts, etc., and so on, for 4 years, which I suppose is the pattern in the US. I didn't realize until you spoke that this Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3 is a copy from the US. I thought it was something very original that the committee had come up with, but obviously it is something that. One thing that is, they are looking at very holistically. MOOCs, I already mentioned, is something that finds a great importance there. Online learning, open and distance learning. Most important, they are looking at examination or assessment, not for passing, but for development of the student. They call it assessment development, assessment towards development, which is very important. You are not there to sit anxiously and write an exam. So I am making it a break of win or break sort of affair, but something that will develop you to the next stage and make you more creative. So that's going to be the national framework of learning goals, etc. But one important point of all this is that institutions that we are so used to, which in a sense has laid the foundation of many of the India's growth story in the last 70 years, institutions like the IIMs, the IITs, even an institution like the Indian Institute of Science, statistical ISI, most of them will change with this need for a multidiscipline. You cannot have an exclusive science institute if this new policy is. You must have arts. Of course, IIC has some arts subjects already in Bangalore, but everything is going to look different. It will have its good points, of course. It will have its negative points as well. Professional education, as we know it, will also become a part of arts education, will become a part of humanities education, and so on. So engineering colleges may not exist, but something like the Rajagiri model, where you have IIM, where you have an arts college, where you have an engineering college all together coming under the scope of university, I think it will be much easier for Rajagiri to become a Tier 2 or Tier 1 university than for many other institutions. As Ajit said, it will be very difficult for small affiliated colleges right across our state to survive. Either they have to merge with larger institutions like Rajagiri or something else, or Chinmaya, or disappear from the face of the state. So professional education will also undergo this sort of change, etc. There's a lot of emphasis on high quality research. I'm not going into it. We already spoke of the National Research Foundation. A lot of money is going to be spent, 20,000 crores per year, which is, I believe, a lot of money. Properly used, it can change the face of research to a very great extent. And they also talk of large, long-term mega projects, which is something we don't have in our research. Our research is very tiny little ones. Our research so far is highly obtuse subjects, which does not lead to any practical learning later on. We take them up for research, and of course the person gets a PhD, but its use to society is very, very suspect. All this will come under the National Education Commission, something like the Niti Aayog model that you mentioned. Now, let me quickly go to some of one very important thing. Today, for us, skilling, vocational training is something different, bad. I mean, less, we are all looking for being IAS officers or professors, white-collar jobs. Nobody wants to take up a skilling. The term itself is blue-collar jobs. And it's all done in IITs for the big things, ITIs for the small skilling, vocational training degree, and so on. Now that is going to change. In a multidisciplinary Tier 1, Tier 2, or Tier 3 sort of institution, vocational education will become a part of the larger. It will coexist along with an engineering degree. It will coexist with a medical degree. It will coexist with a degree in humanities, etc. So it will become a part of the larger higher learning, not something, second tier, third tier, fourth tier, which those who can't make it big, or those who can't afford to make it big, who don't have the money, will not be able to, will move into. So skills education, vocational education will, I hope, get a much higher status in the future, which is required. We don't need all to be doctors, engineers, etc. So that's a very important thing. Of course, one critical point is that there's a lot of emphasis being placed on large-scale advocacy through public messages. I think in page 53 it's mentioned. We don't want this to be another, money spent on advertising like it has happened for Swachh Bharat and Beti Bachao and Beti Padhao. But hopefully that will not happen. But there are some inherent dangers which I noticed, which I quickly flagged. One, if you read the document, there's everywhere an attempt to de-emphasize English and bring up our languages, which on the surface looks very nice. We should promote Malayalam in India, and Tamil and Telugu, etc. But by de-emphasizing English and having these silos of Malayalam, and as you mentioned, ultimately it's going to be an indirect imposition of Hindi as a language. English is being thoroughly, it's not stated there, but it comes out very strongly, de-emphasizing English altogether. He even quotes that the document says that English has come down as an international language across the world, which I doubt. So that seems to be an attempt to impose, bring in Hindi, and the moment Hindi comes in, our local languages will suffer. So I think the importance of English, not only because of that, but English, we are talking and sitting together today. He is in the US because of English. Even though Shashi Tharoor might criticize English, he is talking, criticize the British. One of the best legacies they left us is English. And if you destroy it, China is desperately trying to learn English. We have had that as a fortune. If you do that, then it is going to be a disaster in the future. Another looming danger is education as a concurrent subject gets taken over by the central government. The state government's role falters, and the unitary nature of our system, the federal nature becomes weak more and more, and the unitary nature goes up, which can be very harmful in the long run. It might succeed initially, but will lead to precipitous tendencies. Kashmir, Punjab, Northeast, even Tamil Nadu can break up if that happens in future, because everyone is emotionally attached to education and so on. So that is very important. So it's actually it's a very good document. It's a visionary document. In fact, the only criticism I have about it is there's too much of vision in it, and at times, though it has a chapter on the way forward and how to implement it, if it is not implemented properly, the track record we have in the last 5 years of implementing policies which are very good theoretically, demonetization, for example, GST, for example, has been terrible. If this also goes that way, there will be a lot of 20,000 crores per year into 15 years. That's a lot of money. 3 lakh crores. No, not even more. Yeah, 3 lakh crores going down the drain. What should not happen is also that we should not permit this changeover to become a confusing thing, so that what exists now gets destroyed and the new structure does not take shape. I hope that will not happen. I hope in 2035 we'll see a really big.
I imagine we can be very critical because all phrases will not reach the government. Only critical comments will reach the government. Let's just go in the structure. I imagine. So critical comments are also welcome. I mean,
the last part of mine was
very good. Maybe shall I add something to because I was. You want to say something? Please.